Shut the Box is a game that was originally played on the big ships when the people were doing long travels. They would just need to have 12 numbers, so they would write that on the floor, and they would play with little rocks instead of counters. So at your house, if you don't have a board and counters, you can also use a white piece of paper and just write down the numbers 1 to 12, and you can play with anything that could cover the numbers, like macaronis. To play Shut the Box, you're gonna need a template, something like this, with squares from 1 to 12 for one player and also 1 to 12 for the second player. If you don't find a sheet like this, you can also make up your own. It's not super complicated. You also need 12 counters for the first players and 12 counters for the second player, as well as 2 dice. So to decide who's gonna start, each player, you're gonna roll 1 die. The one who has the higher will start. You can see right now both players have 4. So we're gonna start again, try again. So this player has a 1, this player has a 2. So this one would start. So to play Shut the Box, the goal is to cover all your numbers. So first you roll your dice. And what you have is a 2 and a 1, so that makes 3. So you have to cover a 2 and a 1 on your board. The second player will play, gets a 3 and a 1, so 3 and 1. And you play like this until you cover all your spaces. See here, you get a 5 and a 1. 5 and 1 makes 6. We cannot cover 5 and 1 because 1 is already covered. But if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we could cover 6. So that's another way that you can play. Here, 6 and 3. So 6, 7, 8, 9. You can either play 6 and 3, which you can hear, so you can play 9. You can also play any combination that makes 9. In this case, you could play 7 and 2. 6 and 4. So when you count, you can say this is 6. I know this is 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can play your 10 here. In this case, you can also play any combination that makes 10, like 7 and 3. 5 and 4, this one is easy. I can play directly 5 and 4. 6 and 2, so this is 6, 7, 8. I can play 8. And so on until your board is covered. So the winner will be the first player to cover all their spaces. As a second way to play, when you're all done, so you're all covered, you can play backward. So you can play that when you get your number, you need to remove the counter. So this is going to be a little harder because the students have to figure out where the number is. So for example, if I start here, I have 2 and 2, which is 4. If you're not sure, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, I can remove this one. Again, 2 and 2 on this side. So the player sitting here will count 1, 2, 3, 4 and remove his 4. And the goal of this part of the game would be to remove all your counters. Have fun playing Shut the Box.